Hey everyone, it's Dustin Nulf with Keller Williams Realty's the Dustin Nulf team and the Full House LLC Pittsburgh Property Management. How you doing? In 15 minutes or less, I'm going to show you how to become a millionaire in 5 steps. 5 easy steps. 5 easy steps. Yes, I said 5. Before we get started, give me a thumbs up. Hit the subscribe button down below here. Hit the notification bell. Check out the links below. I do real estate agent coaching, I do team building coaching, and I do real estate investing coaching. Let's get rolling. Step number 1, fix your mind. It all starts here. You can read as many books as you want. You can study wealth building and real estate investing all you want. You will never become successful unless you fix your mind. Wealth does not come quickly. There is no easy fix. I'm going to give you 5 simple steps. It can take many years to make this happen. I'm going to show you a faster way than saving money in an IRA or a 401k. But in any case, it can still take many years or multiple years for you to make $1 million following even this simple plan. Okay? You have to have that mindset. You have to be ready for consistency and action. You have to have grit. Okay? Grit means that you don't give up. When things look crappy, you keep going. All right? So it's mindset. You got to start there. Number 2, get a job. That's spelled J-O-B. That's a job. You need to first get a job and be consistent in that job and earn money in that job and stash money away, because you're going to use that money to then invest. All right? If your mind's not right, you're not going to be able to hold a job, or you won't be able to gain a position in your job which is going to pay you enough in order for you to invest. Okay? So you need to get a job, and you need to hold a position in that job that's going to allow you to make extra money so you can invest it. Okay? Number 3, save money. Save your money. Ideally, I think you should save 50% of your net income. I know that that's not always possible, but you should look at how you can make that possible. All right? Live with 5 other roommates in a 3-bedroom house. Live with your family. Whatever. Save money. Okay? I can tell you how I did it. I can tell you how I've seen people do it. I lived in a crappy neighborhood. I lived with my band at the time. When I was in a band, it was a total of, I believe, 5 of us. And it was a 3-bedroom house. Okay? So we had guys sleeping on sofas. We had guys sleeping. We had 2 people in my room. 1 person in another room, 1 person in another room, and somebody on a sofa. All right? In order for you to be successful, you have to sacrifice in some way. Sometimes, most of the time, multiple ways. You're going to have to sacrifice your time. You're going to have to sacrifice your money. And you're going to have to sacrifice your personal space. Right? Save money. However you got to do it, save money. All right? The faster you save money, the faster you get rolling. Then buy real estate. Okay? You can buy real estate with very little money down. You can buy real estate with a credit card. there are multiple different ways that you can buy real estate with not a lot of money. So you may only have to save maybe 4 or 5 grand to buy real estate. Okay. The idea though is that you're going to buy a property that you can live in and rent either rooms or units in that property. If I were to do it all over again, I would have bought a 4-unit building, because that's the maximum that you can get with an FHA loan, which is an owner-occupant loan. An FHA loan is as little as 3% down at the moment. So if you're looking at even a $400,000 4-unit, with 3% down, you only have to save up $12,000. You can get the seller to pay for all your closing costs. Okay, you can get grant money to help you. You can get gift money from your family to help you. All right, get into that 4-unit building and get people paying you rent in every other unit, and then you may even live in a unit where there's 2 bedrooms and you have a roommate who's paying rent for that bedroom too. Okay, so you've offset your mortgage costs completely and you're making a little bit of cash flow. And then what you need to do is pay rent just like you would pay rent to a landlord, but you put it into a savings account. Okay, and you're going to pay rent into your savings account just like you were before you bought the house, and then you're going to save money just like you were before you bought the house. All right, ideally in a year or less, you're going to do it again. And how you do it again is that you refinance it with a conventional loan at 80% LTV. I think maybe you might be able to get 85% LTV conventional loans to refinance it. You refinance the property in a year or less if you're lucky. It might take you a couple years to refinance it. And then you buy another property and you move to that property. So you buy the other property with an FHA loan, or you do a low down payment with owner financing or something like that, so you can get into it with low money down, and you move into that property. If you're buying it with low money down, you wouldn't necessarily have to move into it. If you're buying with an FHA loan or a VA loan, you have to move into it. But in any case, you're buying another multi-unit property and you're going to rent out all the apartments in it, and you're going to make money off of that. Okay? In another couple years, you do it again. Another couple years, you do it again. Okay? So you just repeat this step. Now, if we look at a $400,000 average sale price for a 4-unit, then you only have to buy 2.5 properties before you hit $1 million worth of value. Okay, so now the great thing about this model is you can keep doing it as many times as you want. With FHA loans, you'll be able to refinance out. You can have 9 conventional loans in one FHA loan, and that's your maxed. Okay, but that means you have 10 properties. If you bought 4 units, you have 40 units that you bought by the time you max out your conventional loans. Would you like to have 40 units? Okay, you can do that with 3% down every time if you just house hack with FHA financing. Okay, let's look at that. You got 40 units, you got 10 properties. 10 times 400 grand, that's 4 million in value. And the thing about this is, with real estate, in about 10 years, you can look at potentially doubling the value of the properties. Okay, so in 10 years, this is going to turn into $8 million, which means that you have at least $8 million in equity. So you became an 8 millionaire in 10 years after you bought those properties. All right, and you can literally, if you do it right, if you're in the right market, you can literally buy a property every year, or possibly even 2 properties a year on a good year. Okay, so that's how fast you can move through this. And if you look at just becoming a millionaire, you only need 3 of these properties. Okay, and then you just hold on to them until they're paid off, and now you're a millionaire. And not only that, they're paying for themselves. So it's not like you have to sit there and spend a ton of money all the time, because these properties are paying for themselves if you bought the right properties. That's it. 5 steps. That's how you become a millionaire. Now, all it takes is consistency of mind and action, and stick to the plan. Don't veer. Stay consistent. Stay focused. Hope that helped.